Hey bestie, welcome back. Today I am giving you time management tips for working moms because it's tough when you're trying to run your business and you're trying to be a loving mom and wife and you're still managing the physical and mental load of a lot of the household management tasks. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the secret for how to getting it all done and what to do when you just can't. I'm Amy Walker, your biz bestie, and I help my clients create consistent, predictable sales through their organic marketing and scalable sales strategies. Now, I'm not sure what phase of motherhood you're in, if you've got a bunch of littles or you've got teenagers. I've been through all of the phases, and I will tell you there are a lot of things that you can do to help with your time management to help this run more smoothly. It's never going to look perfect, and I want you just to be okay with that, to embrace the fact that you are doing the best that you can, that your best is enough, that your children are going to be great, and that you can truly thrive in business. So if this has been a source of stress or overwhelm, I want you to just take a deep breath and sigh it out, because you're not alone and you're doing a really great job. But today I'm going to share with you some strategies that I think are going to help make it a little bit easier, a little bit more smooth, and give you and your family the structure that you need in order to feel great about the balance between work and family.
Now I'm so happy.
So I've got 10 tips for you today that have all been game changers for me. And the very last one that I'm going to share with you is what to do when all of your best laid plans fall apart, because let's be honest, moms, sometimes that happens. And I'm also going to share with you how to not let those types of situations derail you from reaching your dreams and goals. Okay, tip number one, I feel like you know it's coming, but I gotta put it out there anyway. We have to change our expectations. So I grew up in a household where I was actually raised by 3 different women at 3 different times. My mom, then my grandmother when my parents got divorced, and then my stepmom. And I had 3 different women that I was trying to emulate and take the best that each one of them had to offer and then throw it into this place where I was going to live up to all their expectations. But at the same time, you guys, they were not working moms. They were not entrepreneurs. They were not trying to balance a business with all of the things they were doing for family. So I really had to get clear on the fact that I had very unrealistic expectations for myself. Every single day I was setting myself up to fail because I was expecting me to do more than was humanly possible with all of the things that I had going on that day. When I adjusted my expectations and let go of all of the comparison, let go of all of what I thought other entrepreneur moms were doing, and just embrace my family, my situation, my talents, my strengths, my weaknesses, then I was able to find a path for me being successful. So honestly, just take a deep breath, breathe it all out, and spend some quiet time getting clear on what are healthy expectations for you to have for yourself and your family.
But it is a big deal.
Tip number 2 is that you've got to redistribute the mental load and the physical load of all of the household responsibilities. So the physical load is all of the things that need to be done, the doctor's appointments, the grocery shopping, the paying the pest control guy, the balancing of the budget, all of the things that it takes to keep your household running, like home repairs, all of that. Doing it is the physical load, making sure that they get called or that it actually gets done yourself. The mental load is thinking about all of it and being the one who holds it all in your head. Mental loads take up a lot of your capacity. Physical loads take up a lot of your time. So if we want to be able to be successful at being really great moms, managing our time, keeping our business rolling, we have to redistribute those things. I am of the opinion that it takes a family to run a family. And when my kids start to complain about being asked to help, that's what I say. I'm like, hey, it takes a family to run a family. And you know what? These are really great life skills because I have 5 sons and I hopefully am training them all to be really great husbands who show up and support and help their wives. And that it doesn't feel like a chore to be asked to do things like babysit your own kids, because it's not babysitting, it's parenting. It doesn't feel like a chore to help cook dinner because they've been helping cook meals for a long time. It doesn't feel like a chore when they're asked to do things like take out the trash. That's just part of how we do things, is we all manage it together.
All right.
And so if you will take a pause and just look at how can we redistribute this? It's not taking your entire load and dumping it off onto one other person. It's redistributing it amongst the whole family. Now, when you have littles, they obviously are less capable than the big ones, but they are capable. And you teaching them from a very young age to step in, to help, to support, they can do little things like at a very young age, they can sort the silverware, and it's good for their cognitive development when you're unloading the dishwasher. At a very young age, they can walk around after you and pick things up, and you can make it fun. And so you're training your little people to be supportive big people. Once they get older, the challenge shifts. And so with teenagers, it becomes that they have very, very busy lives and schedules on their own. And yet they're still going to have that when they're adults, right? Like they're still going to be incredibly busy, and they still have to find ways to support their families. So I do ask everybody in my house, my husband, all of my children, to step up and help support that work. And then I can't be the one who remembers everything for everyone. And I just tell them that. I'm like, guys, put it on the Google Calendar, because I can't be the one who remembers everything for everyone. Like I just don't have the ability to manage my busy work schedule, plus my husband's busy service church schedule, plus all of the schedules for all of the kids. Everybody has to show up, put it on the Google Calendar, and then we'll support it, but I can't remember all of it.
Man, this is unbelievable.
All right, number 3 is going to build off of number 2. Get clear on what is and is not your job. And if something has been redistributed, it's no longer your job. You do not feel guilty for it when it's not happening, and you don't get angry when it's not happening correctly. You just simply remind people like, hey, this is your job, and this is what I need from you. So would you please take care of your job? And then you don't start taking back on everybody else's jobs that you just got done passing off. Tip number 4, get some outside help with your kids. This is especially important when your kids are small. It's very hard to constantly be trying to work while you have a bunch of small kids around. If you can get someone in your house to come and you pay them to take care of your kids, great. If this is asking for some family support for a few hours here and there, great. If this is trading babysitting with a neighbor where you watch her kids for a couple hours and then she watches yours for a couple of hours, great. But you do need some uninterrupted time, and your kids need more focused time when they're small.
Yes, that would have made more sense.
Tip number 5, stop fighting against time. Stop wasting it, stop trying to control it, stop feeling angry and resentful towards it, and just create a healthy relationship with time. When I first discovered that I had a relationship with time, this was like a mind-boggling experience for me. I was frequently late. I always felt like there wasn't enough time, and I kept telling myself, if I had more time, then I could do this. If I had more time, I could do that. And so time was like this gatekeeper between me and everything that I wanted. And so I just shifted it, and I was like, okay, me and time, we are great friends. Together, we're going to do amazing things. And every day I would wake up and I would honor time, and I would respect time, and I would be grateful for time. And I watched as that flow with time started to shift. And all of a sudden there was enough, and I was able to get things done, and I was able to make progress. And when time was done for the day, I felt at peace with what I had accomplished that day. If these tips are helpful, I would love for you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time we release new content, because there is a ton of great stuff that we're bringing to you to help you grow your business. All right, we're on to tip number 6, the daily brain dump. Holding things inside of your head is so ineffective when it comes to time management. So at the beginning of your day, if you're a morning person, or at the end of the day, if you're a night owl, I want you to just take some time, and I want you to dump everything that's on your mind that feels like it needs to be done onto a piece of paper. I actually use a spreadsheet because a lot of times my daily dump items carry over from one day to the next. So getting it out of your head will allow you to be able to see it on paper and make better decisions about what you are and are not going to accomplish. Now, once you've done your daily brain dump, we're going to go into tip number 7, which is you're going to delegate, you're going to delete, you're going to reschedule. So once you have the big brain dump, now you're going to look at it and say, what can be done by somebody else besides me? You're going to go through and delegate out those tasks to team members in your business side, to family members on the family side, to any kind of personal assistance or support people that you have in your life. Now we're going to look at what's next, and we're going to see if there's anything that can be deleted. A lot of times we carry a bunch of stress around things that they don't even really matter. They're not important. We feel like we need to do it. We have to be there. But in reality, it's not giving us good ROI on our money, on our happiness, on our time. And we can just delete those things out. It is as important what you say no to as what you say yes to when you're planning out your success. So delete some things off your list. Last, we're going to come through and we're going to reschedule. There are things that I need to do, legitimately need to do, that there's no way they're going to get done today. And so what I do is I put them on a different point in the calendar of when I'm going to work on those. Once it's been rescheduled, I completely move the mental load with it. So I'm not here filming this YouTube video for you while I'm thinking about the next training that I need to write for the next speaking gig that I have that's coming up actually really soon, but I'm not writing it until tomorrow. See what I'm talking about? We get to move the whole thing off of our mental plate.
All right, and whatever you say, I'll believe you.
If you're digging this information and you would like to get connected with my private group where I share trainings every Monday and lots of tips and inspiration, come join us in our Facebook group. It's called Acquire. The link is down below. Can't wait to see you over there. Okay, we are in tip number 8. Make sure you stick around till tip number 10 because this one is going to be mind-blowing and a game changer for you. So tip number 8 is to time block. It's very inefficient to try to get a bunch of different things in a bunch of different areas of your life and business done in one day. So instead, come through and time block. Maybe you have one day where you do all of your household, personal, family stuff. Maybe you have one day that you do all of your marketing, one day that you focus on all of your customer client fulfillment, one day that's dedicated to sales. But the more that you can create time blocks and give yourself a big chunk of time to do all of the things and go deep into one area, the more efficient you're going to be and you will get more done than hopping from task to task to task. I cannot stand task hopping. I cannot stand multitasking. I really like to be able to dig in, focus, and get something done and then just move on. Tip number 9 is essential for families. You need Google Calendar. You need calendar syncing. You need everybody to be able to put their stuff on and then you can see all of it in one place. And you don't need to be the person who keeps saying, where's your calendar? Can I get your calendar? When are we doing this? Hey, we have to be here. They need to show up and take accountability for putting things on the calendar. My rule is if it's on the calendar, I will honor and respect it. If it's not on the calendar, I'll try, but I make no promises. Tip number 10, I told you that I was going to share with you what to do when it all falls apart. The best laid plans get disrupted. And when you're a mom, that happens. Kids get sick, bones get broken, trips have to get scheduled, things happen, somebody knocks on your door and they need something, you get a call from a friend. All of these types of interruptions happen. And what I see too many women do is that when something comes up, they pursue that and they let go of their stuff. They put everybody else's priorities ahead of their own priorities. And then they can never seem to make progress. And it feels like every day, every week, every moment, there's a distraction. And so they can never follow through with their plan. The only place that leads is resentment and frustration, my friends. You're not actually going to be doing what's best for everybody when you're constantly dropping your own priorities. Your priorities are important. Their priorities are important, but their priorities are not more important than your priorities. You've got to learn to start looking at things and saying, okay, is this an emergency or is it a non-emergency? If it's an emergency, yeah, I'm going to drop everything and I'm going to take care of that emergency. If it's not an emergency, I am going to say, you know what? That's a great request. Can you reach back out to me when I get finished working at 4 o'clock? And then let's talk about it and get through more details. But don't stop what you're doing for non-emergencies, because true emergencies, I am going to show up. I'm going to drop everything and I'm going to go take care of what needs to be taken care of, and I'm going to reschedule everything on my calendar. But true emergencies are not the thing that are keeping you from reaching your goals. Mind-blowing, right? It's regular life distractions. So train your littles that, and this is where, again, it's really helpful to have some focused time where either they're with their dad or they're with your mom or they're with the neighbor or they're with the sitter, but having some focused time where you can actually be in and working. But if you don't have that, you're going to have to train even your littles to allow you to work and to do things like knock on the door before they come in. You're going to have to train your big people that they need to be respectful of your space and your time so that you can get things done. And everybody in your world needs to understand that you are working. You're not just hanging out at home available, or you're not just hanging out at the store available for whenever they need you. You have work hours and you're available for them afterwards. Simple, but really, really life-changing concept.
How? When?
I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you want more support in figuring out how to grow your business and how to get your business running a little bit more self-sufficiently, I want you to go ahead and watch the next video. It's a masterclass that I made for all of you, showing you the 5 biggest problems that you have in your marketing right now, and also some really simple fixes so you can get that consistent lead flow and you can get those consistent sales coming your way. Go check it out.